Hello, Bluetooth. It's the one and only Icebound Glaceon. We're back for some more Scrap Mechanic. That took a little bit longer than 30 seconds. Damn it. Don't mind me. I just have to go here, then click on that, go there, and go there. And that should update for the chat, hopefully. 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 I don't know. I fixed it so the chat or the game is no longer cropped, and I can still see the chat and everything, which is nice. Okay, so we're building a semi, or I'm going to be trying to build a semi. One of the things I really want to do is, let's go here. Be a hauler? Yeah, it'll be a hauler. So one of the things I really want to do is one of these things. They're called a hauler trailer, or a hauler. They can get pretty out of hand, but they carry a lot of cars. You'll be right back. Okay, I'll put it in the middle there. Go Hot Wheels just holding out plastic. That's very unrealistic. Because we don't have little plastic flaps. They're made out of metal and hydraulics. Yeah, so they don't ever account for how to get those vehicles down without having to manually take them off. Pingu, long time no see. How you been? And Nikki's here too. But Nikki, I'm gonna ask Sarah about Friday. See if she's okay with not seeing me on Saturday, but seeing me on Friday night. Probably gonna build something like this, which means the hydraulics are not gonna be fun. Okay, so I believe, does this part have hydraulics too? Oh boy. See, I haven't actually seen one of these ones unload or load. Well, that's a toy version of it actually has places for hydraulics. You'll talk to Dave? But I thought you were seeing him in the afternoon then, not in the morning. Or do you have to talk to him about seeing me? Because you're the one that wanted to watch Frozen. But then again, yes, that makes sense. What the heck? Oh, see, this one's very simple. It just has a ramp and then a single hydraulic right there. God, you gotta love how low clearance those things have. But they have to because that top vehicle. Yeah, that top vehicle. Um, I've noticed some of them have hydraulics in other places too. Oh yeah, just so they can get the lip onto there, then one right there, just so they can fit that extra single car. Okay, I've seen ones like this before. This one they'll actually drop off the trailer, and then that one can, you know. I've seen this one load and unload. We actually see those quite a bit at work. But yeah, I've seen a lot of like these ones at work. I just haven't seen any unload. I'm just trying to find the exact one because I kind of want to build the exact one, but I don't think I'll find it. Well, it does look like a pretty darn simple design. So first we have to find a. I'm gonna actually put this on the side again, just so I can get an idea of the scale I need to do for these things. Right. So that's the main reason I'm doing that. Okay. Okay, so we have to look at some cars on the workshop, and we have to find a common, general size. Oof, that leg spike. Okay, so we have this Camaro here. Looks like it's 11 blocks wide. I could be wrong. We will double check. Wall. Oh, that is more than 11 blocks. No, that is. Wait, what? No, it's 11 blocks. No, it's 13 blocks. That is 13 blocks. Interesting. So his card is 13 blocks wide with 2 and 2. And the main reason I'm looking for what size that these creators do is because these creators will be the ones most likely to use a trailer like this to store their vehicles. Which means I have to make it as leg friendly as possible, which means the least amount of suspension and yada yada. Okay, so this guy is a different creator. I've actually not seen this car. Doesn't look as good. It did quite a bit of glitch welding though. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. What the heck did he do? Oh, he put the bearings there to hide the Oh, because it has a brake light up there, and he had to put the brake light. I don't think he hooked it. Oh, he did. He did hook it up to it too. Nice. Yeah, it's a brake light. Interesting. So that's why he had to do that. Can you watch Frozen 2? Lol. The mirrors are dinky. I don't even think these kind of things would have mirrors. Usually they have a camera in the back, and it shows up on the console on the inside. He didn't do a terrible job with this. Hmm. Okay, what size is this vehicle? Ooh, okay, that's a little bit longer than the last one. Oh, it's an even width vehicle. Hmm. Yeah, it's even width, and it's 16 wide. 16 wide. That is. I don't think I will cater to a 16 wide vehicle. Okay, let's try another vehicle. Let's try Poison Pal. How wide is this? Hey, Bee's Knees. You can call me on Discord if you want, or if you're available. Oh, so this one's actually wider than that one. Interesting. Because this one's 15. Hey, Bee's Knees. Oh, did I? I think I set it up correctly for my audio.
I can hear you.
Yay! But yeah, if you're wondering why I'm looking at vehicles, it's because I'm going to be making a trailer. So I need to know what size width vehicles will be on the trailer. So far, I've seen 16. This one is. Actually, this one is pretty skinny then. This one's 13. Right, this one's 13 wide. The one next to it's 15 wide, and then the other one was 16 wide. And those are from three different, more well-known creators. I will now look at Phenos. Mm-hmm.
How about a UPS truck?
Pardon?
A UPS truck.
You built that?
I built it with Fenno. Well, he didn't help, but I built it as well.
Who did?
Fenno.
You built it in Phenos World?
Yeah. I've been his friends for a while.
Okay.
I'm confident in saying I wasn't the best builder there.
Nice. So this one's 13 wide. So far, David and Fenno build the same width.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And it almost looked like Fenno took inspiration from David. Still need to be a. Yes, I will eventually. Don't worry. We have Chemo. His car. I'm surprised these aren't lagging by being right next to each other. These guys did a decent job keeping the lag down. Okay, this one is 16 wide. So we have two cars that are 16 and two cars that are 13. And then one car that's 15. The 15 wide is more of a enthusiast sports car, or sorry, a not enthusiast sports car. God damn it, a what you call it, concept car. There we go. Concept sports car. We have another one by Poison Pal. How wide is this? This one is slightly more leggy. 15. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna delete that because both of his are 15. Chemo, we already looked at one of his. Interesting, and it was 16 wide. Another one from David, but it's a truck, so we won't be putting that on there. Another one from David. What other creators do we got on here? Yeah, it almost looks like 13 is a really good width. Because most vehicles here, okay, we got this one by Add a Little Tone. He's using small wheels. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? No, it's 10 blocks wide. Interesting. That's a weird shape. Another one by him that is also 10 blocks wide. Another one by him that is, again, 10 blocks wide. He likes his 10 blocks wide ones. So this guys are all going to be 10 blocks wide then. Another one by David, one of his older cars that uses smaller wheels. 10 blocks. Interesting. This one is 13. I don't know. I kind of want to do 13 because 13 doesn't seem too wide. Hey, Bingo's in. Nice.
Okay. I am just gonna move these cars slightly further apart.
You can delete them if you want.
Okay. It might seem at least 20 frames per car.
I said I'm just looking at vehicles to.
That car alone was 100 frames.
Really? See, I wasn't getting any lag from any of those.
It's just multiplayer trying to
Oh, okay.
keep up.
So let's see. So the trailer, I'm gonna have to make pretty much the whole thing out of signs. Looks like Pingu's been trying to learn how to glitch weld too. Well, no, Pingu already knew how to glitch weld. What is he doing with the suspension? Pingu. Did no one show you double axle suspension? Oh, okay. It's just, I always find this too high. That's all. And also, you only need suspension to compress to one block. You don't need to compress to 2 blocks. But no, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so we need trailer that is.
Ooh,
We're
you're
gonna have to
off
make
the
it.
cliff.
This thing's gonna have a hell of a lot of signs on it. Okay, and how? Oh, I forgot to check the average length of each car, just so we could try to figure out how many blocks long this will have to be. Because the average one of these would fit 3 cars lengthwise.
The heck is that, Pingu? That does not look healthy.
What's going on?
Oh, his suspension doesn't look healthy. Oh god.
That looks fine to me.
Ah,
I am confused
Just-
why he put it in the top block instead of the bottom block. But then
Also,
again, I
the
guess it would have
bearings-
less issues.
The bearings aren't connected to anything.
Yeah, no, you could do that normally. That's fine. Pingu, you could do it with 3 bearings instead of 4. Has anyone showed you the triple bearing method for turning? I wonder if this guy used it. Nope, he used the same method you're using. Interesting. Does no one use it anymore? Does no one use it anymore?
You should use the no suspension for your truck.
This guy uses it. There we go. So this is one version of it. So you don't need the piston there, and you can have the bearing on the other side of it. So essentially, what it is the 2 ways of doing it would either be like yeah, it fits pretty nicely in there. I don't know. I find that way a little easier. But yeah, so Pingu, one way of doing it would be go like you can do it that way, right? Or you can do it the way he did it, which is slightly more compact, which would be it'd be that's 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 wait, I did it wrong, didn't I? No, I didn't. I'm good. That block. That's oops. Bearing. That one. That one. And then bearing. So you can do it that way too. Both those ways work with the triple bearing method. Which I can push this one back by 1. There we go. So you have both of those ways. They both take up 6 blocks. It's just whichever way you prefer. This way here, the slightly taller way, gives you a space for suspension. This one gives you space for suspension right where that is, because you can glitch roll the suspension either there or here, right? And it can compress to 1.6 blocks before it collides there. So you lose 0.4 blocks compression, which is fine. For this one, though, you don't really have room for suspension, but it is shorter. So if you need to fit it in a tighter space, this way is better. Again, all up to personal preference. But yeah, and then the way you'd hook up the connections are slightly different for the two. So if you do the one over here, right, you have to reverse the 1. Oh, oops. It's been a while since I've used this one. Nope. I think I can't remember how it's done. Oh well. I can't remember how it's done with that one. It's been way too long. This one should be nope. 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 Oh, why can I not remember? I can't remember. It's you could probably just look at the connections here, and it would show you. As I said, I don't remember what it is. There you go. But yeah, it allows you to fit it in a nice and compact space. You can save that if you want, obviously, once you get the both of them working. But yeah, as I said, that's the triple bearing method. I don't know, as I said, if anyone showed you that, but it's again one less bearing, so less lag, so it might come useful. I don't know. I know the way you're doing it is probably more stable. I don't know because you have free floating bearings on yours, but this is probably way more compact. So I don't know. Actually, can you add yours to this one, the one you were using? Because it's what it's that's I don't even know how it's because it'd be what like is it like that? No, because then that would have to rotate opposite to it. Okay, so you go one block further in, so it gives it the angle. Okay, that makes sense. Wait, couldn't you do it from the inner block then, if you're doing it that way? No, you could not. Interesting. Hmm. Oh, there's got to be an easier way to compact that. I have music stuck in my head. But I'm just gonna add that version to this before I save it, because I haven't actually used that method before. I've seen it before, but I haven't ever used it. I don't know. I usually feed off of all the other creators. That's the only reason I know these things. There we go. Cool. Oops. Okay, so reverse, reverse. There we go. Okay, the one you made, the one that's wider, it feels faster.
It looks faster.
But it also looks like it collides. It doesn't actually rotate as much. Unless you have to free the space below it, which would be fine. There we go. If you guys want to check the links of the cars, that'd be amazing.
Okay.
Oh, you were shown it. Okay. The 4 one? Really? So far we have 48 blocks long. I don't know how long these cards are. Which card looks dank as F? Oh, this one? Oh yeah. I believe that's David's. Yeah, some of the best creators for cards right now are David Bagetta. I might be butchering his name. Chemo is decent. Chemo Effendi. You have Poison Pal, which is decent. You have Fennework, and then some of the older creators, which you don't really see anymore, would be. Oh my god, I can't find them. Man of Light doesn't make any anymore. 8 Lone. AYTELONNE. He makes a lot of cars. They're just. I don't know, he doesn't really glitch weld, so they're all completely vanilla.
This is 30 long.
But yeah, this is actually convertible, Pingu. And he made the entire thing out of signs on the top. You can paint signs with the blueprint editor. Oh, with the blueprint editor, you paint it. Set it to um I can't remember the number. It's the hex code is just pure black. Yeah, that's how we did the it's really nice because you can do stuff like this. Like look at the black on this, so clean, right? Yeah, using the blueprint editor to force colors allows you to paint all the blocks about the same color, and it looks so much nicer. That one's not hooked up. If you want the one that's hooked up, I can spawn it in. There you go. This is the one that I modified from his because I asked him originally for just the body. Obviously, it's not finished being painted because I have to manually select the paints. If you notice, it drives weird.
Yep.
It's got piston suspension.
Oh no.
And if you put it on the lift, you can see how much metal it has in it.
Help.
If you put it on a lift, you can see how much metal it's got in there. And you'd be surprised how well it moves for how much metal it's got in there.
670. Pretty good.
Yeah. It's controller powered. So there's no actual engine in it. Yeah. But yeah, this one will eventually go in the workshop, so please don't save it.
That reminds me, I should
When it's
probably
finished.
put the flipper.
Because I'm going to get David to put in an engine, because Poison Pal made the body. And I'm also going to get David to tune it up a little bit, and I did the suspension and the engine. So I did very little of it. The rest of them did the rest. That's amazing. Why is there a...
Who knows?
How many metal is that? Oh. Oh, I think he was adding metal to it or something. Oh, okay, yeah, no, you can add as much metal as you want to it. It won't change. You can literally add... All it's going to do is bottom out the piston suspension. Once you go over, I think it's 1300 metal, the suspension bottoms out. And starts being really weird. But yeah, you can put it... Well, try not to put it on the side. Try putting it, in a sensible place. Unless he puts
Just
it on the
sensible place.
Well, he already put it, so... I was gonna say, put it, up here. But yeah, see, the controllers are just ridiculous. Yeah, it lags, though, a little bit, unfortunately. But, I don't know. As I said, it can handle the weight. It has no issues with weight because it's controllers. Controllers are so much better than electric engines. And if you want, you can actually make controllers have even more torque. Because with a single controller and 4 wheels, you can double up the torque. And if you use 2 controllers, you can multiply it by 5 for torque. Well, when you blueprint edit them, they have higher RPM, yes. Otherwise, default, it's insanely lower. I think it's like an electric engine on like half. But yeah, you can change the timing to whatever value you want, and it gets to the point where you can break. Was it 8,000, which puts you through the map when you step on it? 8,000 RPM. The game doesn't like calculating over 1,000. How long were those vehicles, or did you guys figure it out yet?
One of them was 30, the one that's still spawned in.
Okay. Wait, 30?
30
Oof.
blocks.
Because this vehicle right now is 64, so I can only fit 2 of those on here? Really? This looks like it could fit more than 2 on it, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
It looks it, but I definitely measured 30.
Just drive 2 on there. Just...
Well, next to it.
I'm just gonna drive it onto it.
Oh.
Because it should
Wait,
fit on it.
so-
Okay, fine, I'll go to the other side of it. Oh, you still have the wood on yours. Oh, maybe it is 30. Wow, this trailer looks so much smaller than... Huh. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Um,
Just need to double it. Oh well, add it.
wait, are you sure that's 30?
Yeah, it's 30. Come look for yourself.
Okay, here, I'm gonna... Easiest way to do it. You ready? Go from the back. Yeah, it's 30. Huh. Because 16 and 16 is 32, minus 2 is 30.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have 3 cars in a row. I think it's 3 cars in a row for these kind of things. Yeah, it's 3 cars in a row. Oh boy. And this is one of the smaller cars too. Here, I'm going to spawn in the Fennowork one. Because it's going to be catered for these 2 cars. Oh, his is shorter than 30. Okay, his is 26. So that means I just have to do a max of 90. Yeah. Well, wait. Calculator. 90 divided by 16. 5.5 would be best. So that means if I do, what is it? 0.125 times by 16, it equals 2. So 88 blocks long, which would be 5.5 segments. What are you doing?
I've decided to finally paint this.
Paint what?
The flipper car.
Lol. Oh, did Pingu ever see the what's Pingu doing? What you doing? you doing? You okay?
He's just Brent batching.
Oh, he made it. He turned it into a bowling alley.
Oh,
Except for they're all attached to the ground right now.
man, that was a really bad one. Nothing fell over.
I don't have a hammer, but I'm still making it. Aw, I was making it move. A 10 out of 10 looks like one. Lol. Okay, so how many long was this already? It was 64. Oh, so that means 64, 80. Then we go 6. No, it'd be 86. We need 8. Fuck, this is a long trailer. Is this long enough?
Maybe.
Do you think this is long enough? Jesus Christ.
Well, I could imagine one of these trucks being this long.
This is just the trailer on the back. Before the hinge.
Yeah. The trucks are pretty long.
But yeah, this will be able to fit 3 of these Camaros. Yeah, no, I'm gonna make room for wheels. Don't worry. I'm only making it wood right now to make it to scale. Right. Then I'll add the slope and everything, the wheels, and then the mechanism, and I just have to get everything on it first to make sure I can at least fit the vehicles. Because if I make it, then I have to change the size of it. Then I'm gonna have to tinker a bunch with tinker with a lot more stuff. But yeah, this entire bottom is gonna be made out of signs. Well, kind of. There'll be signs like that. I did make it the right width, right? 13, yeah. Yeah, there'll be signs like that line the whole thing, and then there'll be pipe pieces in between. But I'll probably do these ones because then I can paint them pure black. And I won't be doing those ones, I'll be doing the underside of them. Because I still need to fit the wheels in. Enjoy. But these things are... Pardon?
Talk to Finger, saying this thing can drive upside down too.
But yeah, it doesn't actually have any suspension in it. And it can drive upside down with suspensionless suspension. Because that was mostly your revision of my idea, then my revision of your revision.
Yeah, so it was like a...
We split a 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one I will actually say we split 50-50. Unlike the Pokemon thing, which I still think you did like all the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if you don't want to think it, I still think you did everything. I did like 5%.
Uh-huh.
We are going to finish that, right?
At some point.
But yeah, this section's going to be 88 blocks long. So decently long, I guess? I don't know.
Oh, the dog's in the room. heard any snuffling noises, it's just the dog sniffing the.
Really, Beasties?
I didn't do that. I was picking the dog up and Pingu did it.
It's you in the car. Oh, he put thrusters on you.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me. It flattened me into the ground. Okay, so these are what, 4 blocks long? Yeah. So I won't be using those. I'll be using these. So for now, I'll just do that, and then I'll get rid of the rest, and then I'll fix it up later. But it shouldn't look as much like a bowling alley anymore. Right?
Mm-hmm.
God, that's long. Jesus.
One long boy. Pingu had sent me flying off into the oblivion.
Nice. Okay,
Managed to
so
stop.
this thing uses like oops. Well, since the cars are gonna have freaking stupidly wide wheel or tall wheels, the trailer might as well. Even though the trailer might have smaller wheels in the back. I don't know, I wish in Scrap Mechanic we had 4 wide wheels instead of 3 or 5.
Yeah, that would be.
Because then it'll give you more space for turning, more space for suspension. It would fit the scale of vehicles compared to the Dwarf so much better.
Yeah.
Because like all the large wheels are like freaking monster truck wheels, the big wheels.
Like, keep the 3 and the 5 size, just add the 4.
Yeah. And maybe give us a 2 for tanks.
Yeah. With scalable wheels.
That might be asking too much. It's Axolot.
Fair enough.
A 2x2 bearing? I don't get the point of a 2x2 bearing. They might as well just make a hinge block.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so back hinge. I'm gonna go off of this one here. Okay. So, God, they fit so many cars in such a tiny ass space. Jesus Christ. So from here to there. One, two, three, four, five, six. So it's 4. So it'll be 26 blocks in. So we have 16, 20, 26 blocks in. And then we have the area for the wheels. So this part here has to be a slope. Yeah, the trailer's already too big. The trailer's already too big. I'm telling you right now, it's not to scale. Like if I wanted to fit the big wheels in here, right? We'd have
It'd be to scale if you like chopped off like 1/4 of it, then it would be okay.
And then it goes back down by less than this, but and it goes all the way up to there. Also, do you guys like that I played Pokemon?
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone was like, "You keep playing the same games over and over again. You should try different games." And I'm like, what if I don't want to play different games? Oh, I gotta flip this upside down. That's dumb. Because I want to reduce the amount of bearings, which means I'm not going to have suspension for where for the trailer. For the semi, maybe. I don't know, but I really don't want to do piston suspension because it is quite laggy, especially when you have all those cars, which means I'm gonna have to redesign the whole trailer. And by redesign, I mean just flip every single sign in it.
Well, for suspension, you can just use that suspensionless suspension.
That has way too many bearings in it.
Oh, true.
I'm trying to remember these are gonna have cars with how many bearings on them?
Many.
So I have to, if I'm actually gonna fill this thing with cars, right? I have to reduce the amount of lag as much as I can. And
You
this
might
thing
just have
has to
to
be
add.
half a block away from the ground too.
You might just
So,
have to add like regular suspension.
like I could do it, I could have it a full block away from the ground. I could, but I don't want to. I want to have it half a block because in the pictures it shows half a block. Because it's supposed to have less ground clearance than the truck, and the truck's supposed to have a full block, and these are supposed to have half a block on the trailer. With the back, at the very back, goes up a little bit to a full block. But the reason they do that is just when you go up and down hills, the back doesn't scrape the ground. Or curbs and whatnot. You'd be surprised how much those hit the ground when they go by our pumps. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it looks too big.
hmm It looks probably a little bit too long, but yeah, it's not that bad.
Remember, I'm just trying to fit all the vehicles in it. That's a problem. I don't want I don't want people to have to make smaller vehicles just to be able to fit in here.
Yeah, so you might just have to have a long car.
Like, sure, I could always force people to make smaller cars, but then they would never use it.
Yeah. Because people just want it to work.
They just want to throw on their cars on there and be like, okay, it works. God, I still have music stuck in my head.
What music?
Can't hold us. Do you know what song that is?
No.
I wonder if I'll get copyrighted if I. Well, I will get copyrighted. Sorry, that's not. I wonder. That is, I will. But should I play it? How come?
Because you don't want to be copyrighted. I just had a huge rubber band.
Like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Oh, that song.
What?
The Macklemore one.
Yeah, there you go.
That you danced with Foxy with, apparently.
Yes. That was really fun, actually. We had a lot of fun that night. Hmm We always have fun. It's really nice. I'm just surprised she can tolerate me. Most girls usually are just like, ew. A clingy boy with like, who's a pervert. Oof.
People
Yeah.
just see with me, just, hey, look, some rando. Ooh. It's my love life.
But yeah, this definitely looks too big, right?
That's not too bad, in my opinion. It's, maybe a little on the long side, but it's not as long as I expected it to be honest.
Oh yeah. How high was this car? I'll just measure it from the floor. Because I have to go. I would like to go. Oh wow, this is already fun to measure.
I wonder what Pinky's doing. Oh, he's doing his
9 blocks, just under 9 blocks. So I'll do it 10 blocks.
things.
Yeah, I'll do it 10 blocks. Like the ceiling can't hold us. I forgot I told you about that night.
Told the whole server.
Did I? Well, Pingu's not on the server, so he didn't know. Tisk tisk Pingu for leaving. Tisk tisk.
Mm. Dropped that right on top of me.
I know several methods for glitch welding, even without the blueprint editor and without the um, I know how to do it with the lift with just 2 people. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Can you? I'm trying to weld it here. If I put it here, that'd be 9.5 blocks. Wait, really?
I know none.
Okay, should I make it 9.5 blocks between each layer, or should I make it? No, here I'll just weld it just so you can see. This is 9.5 block gap for the cars.
I reckon to fit the length, it needs to be a couple blocks taller.
Remember, there's cars that are gonna be 10 blocks tall on there.
Right, if their cars are going to be 10 blocks tall, you may as well at least raise it by 1 block. So it's
Oh.
9.5. Those cars.
Well, okay. The car that he's driving right now, the Pingu's driving right now, is 8.5 blocks. So as a full block of clearance. Oh, I see the problem already. Actually, it's not a problem. I just realized why they have that extra mechanism. Oof. I do have to do. Well, no. Here's the thing, though. That So say if it goes up by another 8 blocks, right? So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So the top of the car will go up to this one up here, right? that will only be 2 blocks taller than the top of the semi, which means the top of the semi has to go up to here. Which means we have a
It's a pretty
3
flat
block gap, and this goes up to there. So this is
flat.
the top of the semi is right there. Remember, this is just me going to scale. Oh my god, this thing is fucking massive. Just to fit the cars they make on this thing. If I was doing my cars, this would be a lot
Like
smaller.
half the size.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe half. But like fuck me.
Ooh. Oh, he went to sleep. Good night, Pingu.
Night, Pengu. It was nice seeing you again. Have fun with all Magma. He keeps stealing all my subscribers. Maybe you'll learn from him.
Power being sleep power on the chat.
Pardon?
Sleep power being sleep power in chat.
Well, didn't Sleep Power go to bed?
No. He's in
Good.
the chat.
Oh, on Discord.
No.
Because on the stream chat, no one's commented in a while. Oh, he said fab. Yeah, I know it's very long, and that's what I was trying to think, because it might be too long. But the thing is, I have to fit other creators' vehicles, and if I want to fit their vehicles, I have to make it, unfortunately, stupidly fucking long. Oh yeah, I can make that taller, actually. I can most definitely make that taller. But yeah, that is way too long.
Isn't the actual truck the trailer taller than the semi? Was it?
Not in the one I'm looking at.
Maybe I've just got it wrong.
Well, no, and some of them they are, and some of them they aren't. The one I'm looking at, it does not.
But it definitely does need to be a couple blocks higher. Just saying. In my unofficial opinion.
God, that makes sense.
Are you gonna add a bed inside the truck?
Well, you have well more than enough room to add a bed. This looks so ugly.
You know, almost every truck in New Zealand is one of those flat-faced trucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's only very rarely you see ones with those noses.
Well, I work at a truck stop, so I see all the kinds of trucks. And don't mind that this thing looks ugly and it's made out of wood and the sizing is terrible. I'm just getting the scale of it first. Because once I get the scale, then I can,
Yeah.
then I can do all the fancy stuff. But yeah, welcome Kalash, welcome I can't see your name, I'm sorry. I don't know how to word. So I raised it up by a block. Even though I'll probably have to raise it up by... Well, to get it over this here, it has to go up by 3 blocks. So I'd have to raise it by another block and a half. Just so they can get over that hump. Actually, I guess the easiest way to fit it in there is this height right here. Wait, what? No, 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 no. That's too tall. Oh no, that was height. That was right. This height right here, which is 3.5. So we have 3.5 plus 8.5, which would be 12. So that means this entire section from here to the bottom of there has to be 12 blocks. Which means I gotta weld it to that one there. Joy. Joy, 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 joy. Again, getting a scale just so I can fit everything in there. And once I get everything fitted in, and then I can, make it actually look good, I guess. I don't know.
That looks slightly more reasonable than a pancake.
I welded to the wrong spot. God fucking damn it.
So what's Glace been up to?
Context?
Just in this day, what have you been up to?
Uh, um, my brain don't work goodly. Well, today was work, so I did work things, unfortunately. Which sucks, but you gotta make money somehow in society. Unfortunately, you can't just like retire.
Yeah.
Otherwise, mostly when I'm not at work, I'm just spending time with Sarah. So,
Nice.
yeah. It looks too big. It looks way too big. Way too big. I kind of want to
Well,
use the smaller wheels for the back.
I mean, for this truck, you kind of don't really have a choice on the length.
Here, I want to try something. You can stay in the vehicle, it doesn't matter. There? Hey!
Trying to move.
Oh, that might be a slight problem. Yeah, so remember, that's the scale of the vehicles I'm throwing on this thing. So if you guys want to know why it's so large, that would be why, unfortunately. I do got to pull these wheels forward by one.
Oh, there we go. I just have to raise the suspension.
Nice. You're actually moving the truck.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of stuck now.
Well, you were moving the truck. Okay, now we can try. Oh, well, that's. Oh. I'll just put you back on the ground. But yeah, so it's supposed to fit multiple of those. So that's why this thing has to be so large. Because it has to fit 3 of those. Which is insane. Like, I might have, I might have to go smaller vehicles. But yeah, the back trailer is going to be slightly lower, which again makes me want to use the smaller wheels. Did I place the wheels in different positions? Why do they feel like they're in different positions? No, they're in the same. But yeah, so this piece up here folds down. The one on the top folds down.
Okay.
And it folds right about there.
Isn't it just? It's either just before, or just yeah, just before halfway, like the 1/3.
Well, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do that, and that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a bearing there, and I'm gonna throw a sign like that. And I'm gonna weld that piece. Yeah. That piece to right there. That's a little steep.
Just a little.
Actually, I think that
Problem
should be.
is it doesn't go all the way to the ground. Oh wait, that's because there's an extra flap that gets placed. Should
Physics. Da 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 da. It lifts up. Well, I gotta put a bearing on the other side still, which means bearing. It really does not like that collision. What you doing?
trying to flippy. That went up.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like suspension now?
Well, what's going on is if you notice these panels up here are actually colliding with each other.
Alright.
See, if I was smart, I'd make it like a 3-point axle up there.
But you didn't.
Just so it doesn't go at a stupid angle when they drive up it. But all I have to do to make this section work is get rid of that, and then I place that there, and I go doink. And then we go red by, it should be 30 degrees. Right? And then we, well, I want to put this on the left.
Wait. If I
If you what?
the bearings, would I go flying?
Pardon?
If I twisted the bearing the other way, would I go flying?
You mean you pressed, like, right click on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you technically would, yeah.
Whee!
Did you do both or just the one?
Both.
Good job.
Wait. Did we just both flip them?
I don't want it going through the goddamn thing. So let's try
Logic.
15 degrees. Okay, so it's more than that. Let's try 20 degrees.
My bet is 23.
That's more than. Why do you bet 23?
I don't know, just because I do.
Because you feel like 23 is the right answer?
Yeah. Now I'm feeling just 20. Maybe 23 still.
So that's 24. That's 23. That's 22.
That went up. When it went to 20, from 23 to 22, it moved. So it was 23, correct?
Maybe. Remember, the ground level is... This whole thing's going to be half a block closer to the ground. So it's only... Or sorry, going to only be half a block off of the ground. So the vehicle only has to be able to drive up a full block. As long as the vehicle can drive up a full block, you'll be able to get on here. So that should be
If it
fine.
can't, then it's a useless vehicle and doesn't deserve transportation.
Pardon?
If it can't drive up a block, it's a useless vehicle and doesn't deserve transportation.
Oh, maybe. Just... Don't you just hate when you place a block but you don't know where you placed it?
What block did you place?
Don't know where I placed it. And I don't know what block it was. Maybe it was a sign?
It's a sign. Maybe you didn't place it.
Wah, wah, wah. I do that. And then I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna do the same thing. There we go. A little nicer. I still have music stuck in my head. Fuck me. Don't take that seriously, by the way. Because you know there's going to be someone out there that does.
Sleep Pal.
I wonder if saying his name works like saying Beetlejuice's.
Maybe.
Sleep hour. Sleep hour. Sleep power. Sleep.
So
He
it was only
hasn't.
3 times.
Yeah.
He said Sleep Pal.
But he hasn't responded anyways. So it doesn't work that way. Sadly. Or maybe not. I don't know. He's just apparently too good for us.
The dog is just lying in the middle of the floor, looking dead. Like, you know the pose dogs do when they're
Oh,
like,
there you go. He
lying.
finally responded.
He just needed time to spawn in.
So he is like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Probably has the same hair too. Is that a little mean? That might be a little mean. Come on, Beetlejuice has amazing hair. My sleep power, you're like Beetlejuice.
I reckon one day we're just gonna get a random photo of Sleep Out and it's just him cosplaying as Beetlejuice.
Lol. Well, that's why I was doing that. God damn it. I was just like, wait, why am I doing it this way again? Oh, yeah, so I can make this more compact and more seamless, but I wasn't following my own goddamn fucking rules. I was just like, let me just place blocks and it should work.
It should work eventually.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, so that's why I have things at certain places. So I could do stuff like this, hopefully. There we go. That looks a little bit cleaner than that. It also looks apparently stronger too. Oof, which is not what I want. Cause that controller is gonna have to be working overtime. Has Bee's Knees ever heard of a song called So Am I before?
Can't say that I have.
I hope I put these on the right blocks. Whee! There we go. Any bets on whether a vehicle will be able to drive up this?
I reckon one could.
Did you want to try?
You can try.
Because all we have to do is be able to get the Camaro to drive up there. Otherwise, I'm gonna move it in by one more block. What do you want? You said my name. He's Beetlejuice. Whee! So you said you don't think you'll be able to get in there?
I reckon it could, but it'd be a bit tight.
I don't know. For me, it's up to my driving. What the fuck? That roof was not acting right.
Yeah. Yeah, press 3. Oh, you already have.
Oh, wait, that actually worked. What? Oh, wait. Is it not? It doesn't have front wheel drive. blame his car. I added front wheel to it. Come on. Stop humping it. Just get the fuck on there. Ah, shit. Also, the trailer kind of went inside of itself, which was not good. Remember, it's also going to be half a block higher, so I reckon if I add a half a block thing before it. Why is this thing whole? Why is the whole truck slanted? Is this area not fucking flat?
We're on a hill.
There we go. Why did the truck just move? The fuck? Why is the truck moving? You hooked it up to an engine.
Yeah.
Why, I saw the engine with the connection tool. Well, you won't be able to drive forward anymore.
I can just drive backwards.
Are you sure about that?
No, I deleted it.
Okay, good. About half a block. Yeah. So that's gonna be the actual height above the ground.
Right.
It's half a block once I lower it. You can try it if you want.
I'll try, but
Are you gonna raise up the suspension first or nah?
I'll do it. Multiplayer might not be nice.
Actually, wait. Before you attack the truck, before you attack it, I'm gonna do something. You should be able to ram the truck now. I just put stoppers in front of the pool. I put stoppers in front of the wheels so it won't move. You don't have to ram it with that much force. You should be able to just drive up it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's only the front wheels pushing it up right now. I blame his car design. This is his fault, not my fault.
Getting there.
Oh, oh
Don't bottom out.
no! Wait, is it actually made it? So that's a success?
Wait, the suspension isn't down yet. I need to get to the front.
You can drive it all the way. More.
Oh yeah, but hang on.
Hey, you can just fucking ram the front. Just ram it. You can go more. There you go. Oof, that
Just
leg
needed
though.
to lower the suspension.
Raise the suspension.
No, I lowered it.
Raise
Wait.
it. I need my frames back.
Okay, hang on.
I need my
Get back
frames. I need my frames.
in. I think 16s is a lot of frames.
Oh, there we go. So
Really?
that's technically a success then, right?
Mhm.
Oh, and when you were driving on it and moved the trailer back. Lol.
Well, let's see if I can get off.
Good job. Oh yeah, much easier.
Seems legit.
But now let's. Oh wait, now we gotta do the other way too. Oh, son of a bitch. Cause you know what I mean by other way, right? The other way that isn't possible currently.
Right, going on the underneath.
Yeah, because I don't have the ramp underneath.
We could try it.
Well, you're gonna hit the wheels.
Yep.
Just drives over it. That's actually not bad. There you go.
Done. Easy.
So there's enough clearance then, right?
Yep.
Whee! And that's even with the suspension raised. Oh, that does skim the top. No way is this that truck from Cars. I don't know what you're talking about. Hmm. Okay, so this ramp up here doesn't actually have the side walls on it. Okay. That's one mistake I made.
He's talking about Mac from the movie Cars.
I don't know who he's talking about. This entire section here has no sidewalls.
Uh-huh.
Quite literally, this whole section has no sidewalls.
Oh, well, that just makes it a million times harder.
Should I give it like extra leeway?
No, it's a challenge.
I mean, like, put signs so it's half a block on each side, on the inside.
Maybe.
Remember, people actually have to drive this, or like drive onto this in real life.
Yeah, but in real life, something tells me it's a bit easier.
Like the semi won't bounce. Wait, I can make the semi not bounce.
Well, the semi isn't the same weight as the car.
Same what?
Weight.
Well, I was already gonna.
Oh, I see.
I was gonna say I'm gonna make it no longer bounce.
And engines in real life aren't either on or off.
Oh, is that actually easier to get on now?
Yeah.
I can make that a little bit easier for that. Oh, can I? No, no, I cannot. Never mind.
You can make those wood blocks signs instead.
Yeah. But I'm gonna remove them entirely because the wheels have to go one block in. They have to be underneath.
Oh.
Yeah. And I just realized one of the mistakes I made.
I wonder what will happen if I try and open the roof.
Do it. Do it. Lower the suspension first, though. Oh! It does not. Oh, well, there you go. Lol. So duly noted. Don't do that.
Well, now we have to try it the other way.
Oh no. Watch it just like fold out flawlessly. No, it's not gonna do that. It is not gonna do
Can only do it once.
At least you can retract it. Oh, you gotta love this game. Why did he put signs under the hood? Oh, never mind. Wait. Yeah. He just used the other ones because then you can paint them better. Even though he didn't know you could use The smaller ones. The bee's knees.
Mm,
What's the colors for Russia on the flag? Is it yellow, black, and red? But what order?
um, I don't know. I don't think it has yellow in it though.
Oh. What was the... Oh, no, I was thinking of Germany, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of Germany.
It's also the color of the flag of the region I'm in, New Zealand region Waikato.
Uh... Why does the New Zealand flag just show up as a British flag?
What do you mean?
It literally just looks like a British flag. It's like a British... Oh no, why does it show... It's coming up with Australian when I type in New Zealand.
Well, are you seeing one with red or white stars?
Red stars.
That's the New Zealand one.
Wait. That,
New Zealand and Australian flag are very similar.
they look identical. The red is a slightly okay, UK. Then New Zealand has UK but with red stars, and then Australian has UK but with white stars. The fuck?
It's the Union Jack. It's to show all the colonies. All the colonies have one. Most of them, anyway. But a lot of people don't realize this, but the New Zealand flag looked like that before the Australian flag did. So Australia
Why
just
does the
copied
Australian one look like it has a little dipper on it?
a little what?
The little dipper.
Oh no, it has the Southern Cross.
Oh, okay. So
Same
it is
as
actually a constellation then.
the,
Then what about the New Zealand one?
the Southern Cross as well.
Just,
Both got the damn Southern Cross.
but the Australian one has an extra star.
I know. I can't remember what the reason was.
The fuck? Why do they all look?
Well, I mean, you can't talk. Your one's a literal.
At least Canada's simple, right?
The Japan one.
Pardon? Oh yeah, Japan's literally a dot, but Canada makes sense. Like if anyone's like, huh, I wonder what the Canadian flag is. It's a fucking maple leaf. Like how does one not know what it is? It's a goddamn maple leaf.
Yeah. And then there's just the U.S. flag. Like, come on.
I actually have to look that up. I haven't seen the U.S. flag in forever. Oh yeah.
Like, could they have more stuff on it? I think they're compensating.
Bee's knees.
Yes.
Do you want to try boats? I'm bored of trailers.
Okay.
You okay if I reload into another world?
I'm okay with that.
Hey. Hoo 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 hoo. Okay, it's loaded. So if you guys liked the video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, why are you still watching? There's so many YouTubers that do this kind of stuff better. And yes, I spent an hour and a half and it looks like shit. You're welcome.